What is up? Welcome to another episode on Weekender Garage. This episode we are doing a pros and cons of my Civic Type R since I'm about to hit 3,000 miles on this thing. And with a new Type R coming out, I'm sure there's people that are looking into getting these, so hopefully the prices will drop. I've owned this car since it was used with 1,200 miles on it, and I've daily driven it since then. Like I said, about to hit 3,000 miles on it, and overall I've been pretty happy with this car. The power delivery on it is amazing. Having a turbo Honda motor is great. It's the first one that we've seen in America. I know there's probably some people in the UK and stuff that might watch this, and y'all have had the cool cars already. This is the first time we've gotten a Civic Type R, and I think it's amazing as being an American. But the power delivery in this thing is like no other. My previous car was a 9th Gen SI, and that car was fun, but this thing has been awesome. So the first gripe that I have with this car is the 20-inch rims that it comes with has rubber band tires on it. And the first thing I did was the tires, and the tires didn't last long to begin with. So I think I got 10 to 15,000 miles on the OE tires because they're really sticky tires. I ended up going with some Bridgestone Potenzas 255/35s. Gives you just a little bit taller tires. If you hit potholes and stuff, you don't have to worry about bending the rims, which I had before, and I ended up busting the tire, not the rim, which is good. So speaking of that, I'll move on to my next point. This thing doesn't come with a spare tire, and I ended up getting this as my spare tire for long trips and whatnot. And like I mentioned earlier, I ended up busting a tire, so it came in handy actually. The reason why I'm not getting the OE spare tire is because you see back here, you got this little lip that falls down, and that's because this car doesn't come factory with a spare tire at all. And the whole back section is a little bit different than the normal Civic. And if you get that spare tire that Honda made that fits the bigger brake setup in the Type R, it like raises this, and this whole Type R floor mat just does not fit well in here. So this was a better option for me. You can get the toolkit that jacks the car up on the side of the road, but I think this is a better option regardless, because if you're on a 5-hour trip, you don't want to be on a donut and a Type R. I'd rather have one of these. So little tidbit for me. Also, you see back here, the Civic comes with an amazing sound system. You can see we got like a little subwoofer back here, which actually hits pretty well. Another thing I really like about this car, as anyone probably likes, is the spoiler. I think it really fits the car as it fits the car's wide body aesthetic. And it's in your face loud, which is what I feel like this car should be. There's a lot of people that say this car is too loud, it should be a little bit more tamed, but I mean, to the market they were trying to shoot for, it was younger kids, and they love this. It's not for old men. So I think this wing really suits this car, and it also works. I mean, it flows with the car, aerodynamics and everything, so good job Honda on that one. Moving to the wide body stuff. So the car is equipped with a wide body aesthetics. The front one is actually pretty functional, where it takes air in through here and then blows it down here. And I think right here, it sucks air in to cool down the brakes. So a lot of this stuff is functional. Also, like with the lip comes down here, catches this one right here. Everything to suck the car down. So it's not just for looks, like a lot of the cars will have hood scoops that don't even have air intake. So that's a cool thing, another good thing on Honda. Another great thing I like about this car is these headlights. It's got the fancy LED headlights that are very, very bright. I think a little on into the 10th generation, the normal Civic started coming with these lights, but for 2017, this is pretty cool. Those are the only ones that came with it. Another mod that I personally love doing to my cars is the window visors. OE window visors. I definitely recommend getting these two. Just for those rainy days when it still feels good outside, you want your windows down. Visors with no rain coming in. So next thing I really like about this car is the seats. As you see, they are bucket style seats, but they're also reclinable. They're suede and very, very comfortable. They're cushiony, nothing like the factory seats that come in these cars, which is not bad, but these fit well. They're form-fitting. The only complaint I really have about them is that the red on it, which you can already see, with 30,000 miles, mine's getting pretty dirty. I need to get this thing detailed to take care of it. That's my main gripe. I really would have liked a black seat, like my 9th Gen SI had full black seat with red stitching, but I get why they did it. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Regardless, it is a very comfortable Recaro seat. Also, with that being said, it kind of sucks when you have passengers and stuff. You always got to worry about what's on their clothes, if they have any stains or whatnot, eating in the car, stuff like that. But I mean, that comes with any car, but this one in particular kind of sucks. Moving on to the back, it's a 4-seater. It's not a 5-seater like the normal Civic. There's cup holders back here, so there's only 2 people can sit back here. Like on my wife's car, you can have 3 people back here. Another gripe I have is you still have cup holders, but you have no armrest. In my wife's car, you have an armrest here. I feel like that should have been a thing they added in this car. That's just me, just little gripes, but another thing I highly recommend getting with this car is the rubber mats that come for the normal Civics. They don't make one with the Type R logo on or anything, but I think this is a good investment to protect your floor and everything and get your OE Type R floor mats out and protect them. So of course, you got the Brembo brakes. This thing stops on a dime, and it's phenomenal. This is 2017, so it has a smaller brake kit. If you end up getting some of the newer ones, I'm pretty sure they got a bigger brake kit, but they're not drilled. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these. So we're in the R. Give you a little startup sequence. It is a push button, and you do have to have your clutch pushed in like any other manual car. And you just give a little start. And you get a nice little Type R logo and the normal safety crap. And as you can see, we're about to hit 30,000 miles. So the first thing I really like about this infotainment center is that it does have Apple CarPlay, which you can plug your phone up with a USB. Then you get all your Apple stuff here. I'm pretty sure it has Android Auto too, but I got an iPhone. But I got an iPhone, so this is all I cared about. And of course you got all your GPS stuff, which this car does have GPS, I'm pretty sure, but I've never used it. But in case you were wondering, it does have it all. It looks like that. Kind of outdated, but. And then the radio also is awesome. I'll play like a short clip of this song. So other things I like about this car is a dual climate setup where someone over here can have their AC to whatever they've set, and I'm gonna have mine over here, which is nice for like your wife or girlfriend or whatever. So for like example, I'm down here to 60, then over here she's cold, so she's gonna go to 70. There's nice little features like that that really make this car not just a sports car. It has these little amenities. This car does have right here, and it has this thing called brake hold. And with it clicked on, see right there it says brake hold. And basically, especially with a manual car, it keeps the car from rolling back. It's used for like in traffic when you have an auto car, you just hold the brake and it holds the car there while you're in drive. But say for example you're on a hill, if you have it in brake hold, you can let the clutch out easy as you're doing the gas and everything, not have to worry about the car rolling back at all, which is nice for new manual drivers. For me, I mean, it's a nice little amenity. I'm pretty good at driving stick, so it's not like needed, but it is pretty cool. It makes you a lazy stick shift driver. So let's go for a drive, see if y'all can get a feel for it. Also hear that how quiet the car is for the power that it makes. It's pretty phenomenal. So again, this car is a 4-cylinder turbo. Makes about 300 horsepower. So it gets up and goes, it boogies. You'll get tickets. So if you have this car, and especially if you get like a blue one or a red one or something that stands out, the cops absolutely love this car. Granted, I've gotten a couple of speeding tickets. 2 of them were I was speeding. I mean, I'll give it that. But I'm 28. I've driven a lot of cars, and I've gotten out of tickets that I've been speeding like pretty fast. And for some reason, man, they love this car, and they won't give you a break. So keep that in mind if you're driving this. Keep it at the speed limit, because they will get your ass. But that being said, this car is awesome with the power delivery. I think Honda killed it with this. With being a front wheel drive and how much power it is, you don't feel the torque steer at all. I mean, this thing hooks up and it gets, even like on obviously non-prep street roads, it's amazing. So like always, Honda's transmissions are A1. It is an awesome driving feel. Every shift feels amazing. So they killed it with that, like always. If you've driven a Honda car, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you should drive one. This car also is equipped with electronic dampening, which is this right here. So you get a comfort mode, then you get a normal mode, and then you get R. I usually try to keep it in comfort. Along with changing the dampening, it also changes the throttle response. So in comfort, it kind of eases into the throttle, keeps your miles per gallons up higher and all that. If you go in R mode, I mean, the throttle's there when you want it. Also, all these little pulls have been like 4,000 to 5,000 RPM, so it's in like 30% throttle. So just keep that in mind. This thing has a lot more. I'm just not showing it. The car does get decent gas mileage. It's probably about 24 to 27, 28, depending on if you're the highway or in the city. For the power, you can't complain too much. I mean, obviously, it's not going to get 30 plus like normal Civics. But my main gripe with that is that it still has a gas tank meant for a car that goes 40 miles per gallon. So it lasts half as long as a normal Civic. I feel like they should have added just a little bit more to make it go a little bit longer, but that's neither here nor there. Another big issue I have with this car, which is probably just a me thing, the cruise control does not work like I think it should. And I've had plenty of cars with cruise control. Normally, you put the car, you're trying to go, let's say 75. Then you want to go maybe 78 or 76 or 77 or whatever. Usually you hit the up button and it'll go up 1 mile per hour each time you hit it. Not in this car. You hit it and it just sits there. It's stagnant. It'll go up and then go back down to 70. It's like so aggravating. And the thing that kills me the most is that my wife's car, she has a 10th gen Civic EX, just normal Civic. It worked properly. So I don't know what they did wrong. Maybe it's just because it's a manual car or the Type R in general. I don't know, but it's one of the biggest issues I have with this car because I use cruise control a lot. I'm pretty lazy on the interstate and stuff. I don't want to modulate the gas at all. So that is one big issue I have. So I'm on my phone on an interstate going to get some food. I've already shot the whole video, and the portion where we were talking about the cruise control, I don't know if it really depicted what I was trying to say. So I just kind of want to show it again on the interstate doing speeds. So currently I'm doing 70. In any other car, if you press this button to go up 1 mile per hour, it should do it. But in the Type R, it does not. So for example, I'm going to go up 1, which we're going up hills too, so it's kind of dropping, but so if I do this and go up 1, so now it's at 70, right? So we're on flat. So if I do it again, it should go 71. Nothing. I've are about to go down the hill, so it might drop again or go up again. But if I hold this for 2 seconds, this thing should go up to 71. 1, 2. If I do it again, it should go up to 72. It's just weird. I don't like it. I don't like having to think about it. It's like when I just want to hit the button and go up, not hold it for 2 seconds and all this other crap. So if I hold it for 2 seconds, go down, it should go back to 71. And again. Well, maybe that wasn't 2 seconds. There you go. I mean, it's annoying to me because this is a pretty expensive car. You expect that to work, but whatever. So we're in Sydney's car just for more, demonstration on what I'm talking about. So right now, I'm cruising at 65. Want to go up to 66? Just hit the little button, and it should slowly creep up to 66. See, this is how it's supposed to work. 67. Bam, and we're going up a hill. So that's how it's supposed to work. I just want to make sure y'all understand what I'm saying so I don't sound like a crybaby. I probably still sound like a crybaby, but whatever. Back to the video. So by my house, there's some little curvy roads. So we're not gonna fly through here, but we'll drive a little spiritedly, kind of see how the car reacts and let y'all get a feel for it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this car. I think it is amazing. It's a little pricey, but I feel like if you're a big Honda guy, just go ahead and go for it. Send it and don't look back, because in the long run, it's worth it. When you go out into your garage and you see that gorgeous FK8 Type R, first ones in America, man, it's a great feeling, and it's awesome. Parking it somewhere and walking back, I mean, 9 times out of 10 I look back and look at the car. So there's times I regret buying it just because of the price, not because of the car. So if you get a good deal on it, send it. Trade in whatever car you have and go get it and enjoy it. Take care of it, get the paint protection film, ceramic coating, all that stuff, make it easy to clean, and just enjoy the car, because it really is a phenomenal car. Because at the end of the day, it's a Honda Civic, and those things last forever. If you're new to the channel, you should go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the like button for this video, and leave a comment on anything you liked in the video. But you should also go check out my other videos. I'm a big Honda guy. I got a right-hand drive Civic Wagon RTI, got a Civic hatchback that we're building for my wife. I also do drifting and a bunch of other content. And once this car's paid off, which we're really close, I plan on hopefully modding this when I get the extra cash for it. Lowering, rims, stuff like that. Maybe taking it to the track and actually see what the car's made of. But nothing too crazy. I mean, I still want to keep this car as stock as it is, because I think from the factory this car is phenomenal and doesn't need anything other than, the bigger tires. But other than that, the suspension and everything, the drivetrain, I mean, it's all A1. It is phenomenal. We got stuck behind someone slow, so that's what happens when you live out here in the boonies. Another thing I do not like about this car is it comes with rev matching. If you don't know what that is, say you're downshifting, the car will automatically match the RPMs for that gear, which is cool and all, but I feel like it takes away from driving the car. I'm sure like at the track or something it might be good, but that was like the first thing I turned off when I got the car, because it just didn't feel right. I like having the driver feel of a car. Like I don't really care for the DSG Audis and stuff. I mean, even though they're stupid and wicked fast, it just takes away from the driving feel to me. With all that being said, the main purpose of this video was this car's about to hit 30,000 miles, and it's a monument in my life because this is my first new car. So we're at 29,998 miles. So we are almost there to 30,000. So let's capture this moment. Yay! Woo! So we hit 30,000 miles. Hell yeah. And of course, we hit in Type R mode. We hit some back roads in it today. So I think it's a good little christening for the 30,000 mile mark. I don't ever plan on selling this vehicle now. Of course, I've talked about earlier that I had thought about it, especially with the prices going up and everything. But I think it's a great buy, and I think it is a great investment, especially being what kind of car it is. And the people that love this car, it should be worth some money later on down the road. Here's to another 30,000 miles, and we'll see you at that update video.